Well, look what we have here. Limbus Company, the Lord of Hongyuan Honglu. I am not going to waste any of your times because we are going to be going into a deep analysis for this one. We have 2 pages, so my prediction was wrong. I thought it was going to be a 3-page, but look how absolutely juiced these pages are. We're going to go literally right into it. I'm not wasting any of your time. The Lord of Hongyuan Honglu is a mono slash. He's a Gloom skill 1. I wish to open the path. Combat start applied defense power up to the 1 highest resin of the allies prioritizing targets with assist defense and includes unique assist defense. At X rupture on target and poise. Poise? Oh my god, he's poisture. He's actually poisture. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to be pure rupture. Gain coin power. If target has X negative effects, gain clash power. Gain poise count, inflict rupture count. Alright, GG. Rupture count believers. Your day is done. He's the best savior of rupture. He's the savior of Hongyuan. There you go. A little joke, you know, that's what I like to say. We have his skill 2, Tarnished Blood's Absolute Cleaver of Ambitions. Combat start, apply gluttony damage up to another ally that has a gluttony skill equipped this turn. This is very unique. This kind of reminds me of Captain Ishmael, which is really cool. He's like a support kind of. Gain coin power for every X rupture on target plus poise on self. Gain poise. Inflict rupture count. Gain poise count. Inflict rupture, deal more damage on crit, and inflict rupture. Okay, so very simple so far, but I mean, I noticed that he doesn't have a lot of damage modifiers on his base skills, but I bet you I know why, because look at this skill. Answer me, High Show Pack. The skill does not trigger defensives. Interesting. Wait, so this just ignores defensive skills? That's goated. Gain coin power for every rupture and poise on self. Gain poison count. Among ally Haishu units that can act, choose one unit with the least Unrelenting Storm stack and apply Unrelenting Storm. Then bestow the Exalted Command. After Exalted Command is complete, the Lord of Hongyuan Honglu activates I carve the path of a Lord instead. If the Exalted Command did not activate, or if the combo identity is staggered or defeated before the Exalted Command is complete, use Lonesome Stand, Sacrifice to claim the Garden instead. Unbreakable Coin. On hit, inflict offense level down for every X negative status next turn. Inflict defense level down for every status next turn. Holy smokes, okay. Let's go to, I guess, his defense, which I think, we'll get down there. We'll get down there. We gotta read these skills first, I'm gonna zoom in. Okay. I carve the path of a Lord. So this is the one that's, if this unit activated a combo with a High Shoe Pack, High Show Pack identity, Adept identity, gain base power and coin power. Deal more damage for every X missing HP on target, plus missing HP on self. Gain coin power for every rupture on target and poison on self. Deal more damage for every type of negative effect. Deal more damage for every High Show Bolus contamination. Gain High Shoe Bolus contamination. Depending on which High Show Pack identity received the Exalted Command. Inflict rupture count. Deal more damage on critical hit. Inflict rupture. Inflict slash resist down. On kill for the High Show Pack identity with the least SP. Heal SP and apply attack power up. And this is his solo coin. So this is if he does not activate the buff. Lonesome Stand, Sacrifice to claim the Garden. The 3-coiner. So this is a 2-coiner. This is a 3-coiner, both pride. We have deal more damage for every life from death. Deal more damage for every missing HP on the target and missing HP on self. At X, life or death, this skill gains attack weight. Gain coin power for every rupture on the target and poise on self. Deal more damage for every negative effect. Deal more damage for every High Show Bolus contamination. Inflict rupture. Deal more damage for every type of negative. Inflict rupture, inflict slash resist down, and then gain attack power up next turn on kill. Okay. This is like so obviously we're gonna have to see what these massive buffs are in the passives. Here is the defensive counter. So, okay. High Show counter. High Show Keen Claw. At combat start, apply slash power up to the highest resin ally High Show identities. Combat start. If there are backup units selected, select one ally High Show with the least HP. Upon using the skill, apply Your Will Guides My Blade to the selected ally. Command Battlefield Retreat and heal their HP upon retreating. The High Show Pack identity who retreated due to this effect will be placed earlier in the return line than the non-High Show Packs identities. If there are no backup units, apply attack power up to the one ally with the least HP. So when you activate this, you select one high show with the lowest HP and you send them out. And then you also look like heal them. And then he also has Lord's Guard, Clashable Counter. Oh, Clashable Guard, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. If target has X type of negative effects, gain Clash Power. Unbreakable Coin. Dude, the kit is looking very simple so far. But you want to know why it looks simple? Because look at this. Oh my, he's full of passives. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get right to the passive. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The High Show Lord. When another ally has substituted in or returned to the battlefield, they heal SP. Then at combat start, command them to use skill 1 as an unopposed attack against a random enemy. Alright, GG, Z-Tune buff. I was here day 1. I was a Z-Tune believer day 1! You hear me? If said ally is a High Show pack or a Gia family, activate the following instead. They heal more SP, then at combat start, command them to use a skill 3 as an unopposed attack. Yes, dude! Yes! Yes! I was a day 1 Zishmael believer. This is for me. If you guys hated Zishmael, if you were part of the haters, you cannot have this ID. I forbid it. You cannot. That's the rules. I asked Kim Ji-hoon. I freaking did. Anyway, encounter start. Leash holder of all High Show for every High Show pack identity in the team, including the backup units. Okay. When the High Show units are killed in the encounter, heal SP and gain life from death. Activates when this unit has retreated. Even when this unit has retreated. Deal more damage for every High Show bolus contamination. Okay, so this life from death seems to be more of like a solo thing. A lot of these seasonal IDs kind of have this solo kind of capability for like, you know, when they're alone. So this is that's kind of what it's implying here. We have the second passive, obviously. Oh wait, hold on. What does it say? Excuse me. Embrace the tarnished blood and exanguinate others for the cause. Wait, tarnished blood? Tears of the tarnished blood. Combat start. If this unit did not equip a defense skill and is about to take an unopposed attack, apply Lord's Guard to the highest resident random High Show packs with the least assist defense stacks. Wait, what? In this encounter, when this unit takes damage that brings their HP to 0, nullify that damage, then this unit's HP cannot drop below 1 for the turn, and against Tarnished Blood, this unit's skills do more damage for every Tarnished Blood itself. When activating the Ego skill Tears of the Tarnished Blood, the end, nullify the death effect! In its after attack effect, instead heal! I was wondering how they were gonna do it. Wait, he actually has collaboration with the Ego. That's insane. He just gets it for free. What? That's awesome. And then the support passives. Ally with the least HP percentage, please be traceless in your deeds. An ally with the least HP percentages deal more damage against the enemy, proportional to the type of death rights on the enemy. Okay. I have noticed that he actually doesn't do any death rights. I wonder if that's maybe in the passives. So that's okay. Okay, well, we'll go over this. I'm gonna finish reading the passives, and we're gonna you know, go through this all. Life from death. So max X5, turn starts, activate the following: gain offense level up, gain damage up, gain attack power. Okay, so this is the solo buff. Okay, when your High Show die, this is what you get. Exalted Command. If A unit applies this effect to B unit follows up with an unopposed attack with its base skill 3 against the same enemy unit. A attacked with its skill. Activates at unit A's attack end. Does not activate as an empowered skill. The skill used as an assist attack does not affect unit B's upcoming skills and does not activate if the ally skill is not unlocked. Okay. This is what the High Show and Zishmael get. Unrelenting Storm. Number of times this unit has activated the combo with the Lord of Hongyuan Honglu. Max start to gain offense level up and defense for every stack. So the more you combo, you get perma buffs for your offense level. Your will guides my blade. If unit A applies this to B, B follows up with an unopposed skill 1 of the same unit. Okay, so this is the non combo version. This is the non-combo version of the assist attack, pretty much. Excuse me. This is what we saw in the trailer. The Lord's Guard, a unique assist defense, max attack 1. When the Lord of Hongyuan Honglu is about to take an unopposed attack from an enemy, consume 1 stack to redirect the enemy's targeting to self. Then copy and use the Lord of Hongyuan Honglu's Lord Guard. When there are multiple allies with assist defense stacks, the one with the highest is activated. Okay, so what this does is he gives his guard to other characters, and he just makes them tank for him. This counts as an assist defense and it counts toward calculating assist defense stacks. Okay, the leash holder of all Haisho. 11 stacks. Gain the following based on stack. For every X stack, gain min and max speed and deal more damage. For every X stack, gain min speed and defense up. For every X stack, gain offense level up. At X stack, gain damage up and apply offense level to all Haisho pack identities. Okay, that's definitely the 11th one. Now, what is this Haisho pack? Oh my. Okay, Haisho pack bolus contamination, max X 11. Empowers the Lord of Hongyuan Honglu based on which Haisho activated the combo with. The following effects can stack with each other. Haisho Mao Adept Faust. Take less damage from skills. Haisho Mao Ryoshu. If this unit speed is faster than target, deal more damage. Haisho Mao Otis. Inflict rupture count on hit with unopposed attacks. Haisho C Rodion. Inflict rupture on critical hit. Haisho Gregor. Gain poise count when dealing rupture damage. He actually uses... Oh my god, he's so cool! Okay, wait! Okay, there's a reason that they added a Haisho banner, by the way, to this. This is genuinely insane. Now, is this like Knight of Despair Rodion levels of insane in terms of like understanding it? I actually think this is quite simple to understand. The most important part here that you're going to want to focus on is going to be obviously the skill 3, which gives the unrelenting storm effect, right, and bestows the exalted command, and you're also going to be wanting this will guide my blade, right? And it looks like what you're going to want to do is obviously you want to have to activate this combo attack, right? So this is a new thing in this game, right? And so you have to buff them with the unrelenting storm. The number of this units activated the storm. So I wonder, how do you choose, unless I'm blind? Let's have a quick go over it, right, and review it, and let's see how this all works together. So obviously with the skill 1, you apply defense level up to allies with the assist defense. So people who are going to be tanking for you, this is almost exactly like Captain Ishmael. Captain Ishmael applies her skill 1 protection and aggro to a target, right, like an ally. So this is kind of like that. He gains poise count and he gains inflicts rupture count. Okay, cool. If that goes neutral, a lot of people will be happy. If it goes positive, a lot of people will be happy. But there looks to be a rupture count buffer, which we'll get to in the passive as well. Then we have this one, which is the tier 2, which is the damage buff. So obviously this is going to be for the damage buff. He also gains poise potency and count from this. He also inflicts rupture count and his rupture. Maybe this will be -2 or -1, or maybe it'll be neutral. I don't know. It might be neutral with buff, or it might be positive with buff. Who knows, right? Clearly he's meant to just kill you, nonetheless. And then we have the skill 3. So this is the big one. This is the Answer Me Haisho pack. Okay, so first of all, this ignores defensive skills, which I think is insane. And then how it works is after you attack among ally Haisho units that can act. One unit with the least unrelenting storm stack and apply unrelenting storm. So it looks like it might be random. It looks like it might be random who gets picked. And then that ally then permanently has the storm effect. So if Otis and Ryoshu are together, Otis gets picked, for instance, and she does the combo. And then she has a permanent stack, and then the next time you use the skill 3, it'll be with Ryoshu because she has the lower stack. After this is complete, the Lord of Hongyuan, he activates I Carve the Path of the Lord. If you do not have if you cannot activate Exalted Command, right, you use the alternate skill, which is the solo skill, pretty much, like the one without any buffs. Inflicts offensive level down, which is great for Zishun, and defensive level down, which is always nice. Now we have obviously I have Carve the Path of the Lord. This is the big one. Okay, because this is the one where it gives you massive damage. This is like the one you want to combo the most of. You gain the contamination, right? Which is depending on the Haisho that is used. You always inflict rupture count with the skill, and you inflict probably a butt ton of rupture. And if you kill with the skill, you buff your Haishos, which is great. This is definitely going to be what you want to do the most because the passive stack. Ryoshu, Otis, Rogia, and Gregor all stack together, right? And Faust. The Lonesome Stand Sacrifice to claim the garden. This is more of the... you probably will see this one if you don't have the Haisho equipped. Also, maybe if you don't have them in the field, because obviously you have to have them in the fielded. So if you don't have them fielded, this is most likely what you use instead, which it seems to be, again, incredibly strong, especially this Life from Death passive. You inflict a butt ton of rupture, you just deal a butt ton of damage. And actually, it looks like, yeah, the more contamination you have. So my theory, right, is that how this works, when you have 2 of the contamination buff, you can no longer be part of the combo attack, which means that theoretically, if you have 2 Haisho on the team, and 2 of them have the max amount of Unrelenting Storm, you will now activate the Lonesome Stand effect instead, because the Haisho Bolus Contamination is a permanent buff, it does not go away. And then we have the Haisho King Claw, so this is how you pull out backup units. Now, specifically, okay, this targets non-backup units, okay, but it's only targeting the Haisho retreating inside of the battle. Specifically, reading in here, let me just zoom in again because I'm blocking it a little bit. If there are backup units, select one ally Haisho with the least HP. Upon using the skill, your will guide my blade to the selected ally. Command battlefield retreat and heal upon their HP. Your will guides my blade. That's the one that tells them to unoppose attack and then leave, right? So you unoppose attack and they leave. The Haisho Pack identity who retreated due to this effect will be placed earlier in the return line than non-Haisho Pack identities. Now, my assumption is, for instance, if you have Zichun or Zishmael, she's on number, let's say she's on number 8. And then the rest of your backup team is like 7 units, just as an example. You will pull in Zichun. I assume it pulls in the closest person in the backup, right? It has to probably work like that. So close in the closest person in the backup, and then your Haisho will be put before everyone else. So Zichun goes down, she comes into the fight, and then your Haisho will take her place in this example because there are no other Haisho in the backup identity, right? And then if there are no backup identities, for instance, you're solo, you just buff. So if you're doing a minimum team run, or if you have no one else, you just apply flat attack power up. And this Lord's Guard is what he gives to everyone else when he activates his passive ability, which is this one. So, well, not this one, but the other one. Now, the Haisho Lord, this one is going to be absolute heat, because this is how he buffs the Haisho Pack and how he buffs the Gia family units. So when he substitutes and returns, or when the unit has substituted in or returned to the battle, an other ally, right? They heal SP. So anyone who has subbed in or returned from the battle, at combat start, they use a skill 1 against a random enemy. If it's a Haisho Pack or Gia family, you get a special version, which is you heal more SP, which might be like maybe 15 or 20, and you also use a skill 3 for free, which is insane because a Haisho using a skill 3 is how you activate their conditionals, and with Zichun, obviously her skill 3 is her strongest skill, right? So that's going to be great. You also gain the leash holder of all Haisho for every identity in the team, so including backup. So if you have all Haisho identities, which there are 5 in the 5, right? Yeah, 5 in the game. You get 5 leash holders. Now, leash holder. If we have a look at the buff again, so you start with. Hold on, how does this work? Gain sync for every Haisho. Okay, how do you gain more leash holder? I might say it here. Gain the following effects based on stack. At X stacks, gain damage up until launch. So you want more of this. So you might get it maybe once per turn. Combat start, I think. Or am I reading the wrong one? No, I'm reading this one. Encounter start, gain leash holder. When Haishus are killed in the encounter, heal SP, he gains more life from death. Yep. Activates even when this unit has retreated, and then deal more damage for every ball. So he just deals flat damage. The second passive, this is the one where he, essentially, if people try and jump him, he just says, Haisho, execute. And they just jump in, and anyone, actually. It's not even just Haisho. It's literally anyone. Oh, no, wait, no, it's specifically Haisho. Yeah, I'm silly. If this unit did not equip a defense skill and is about to take unopposed, apply the long guard to the random Haisho allies with the least defense stacks, and then they come in. When he takes damage that brings him to 0, he nullifies that and he gains Tarnished Blood. Now, Tarnished Blood, you're like, what's Tarnished Blood? Tarnished Blood is the one of the buffs from Tears of the Tarnished Blood Dragon, which makes him have unbreakable coins and gives him offense level. So this is kind of insane. Not to mention, by the way, the fact that for free, it looks like it might be a resin, maybe a gluttony resin. When he activates the ego, he just nullifies the death effect. So instead of, if you don't know how it works with Tears of the Tarnished Blood, when you drop below 1 HP, at the end of the turn, so after you attack, Honglu will use the Awakening Ego and then explode. Here, he explodes, but he just heals HP. And then he gains damage up at every turn start. Wow. So this is going to make using his Ego absolutely wild. And then ally with the least HP has proportional to the amount of death rights. So this will be, I guess, if you don't have him in the main, but you have the Haisho instead. Doubling over the buffs, obviously we have the life from death. This is what you get from having everyone die. The Exalted Command is the buff that you give to the Gia family or the Adepts. The Unrelenting Storm is the buff you give from skill 3 that targets the identities, the high show identities, and it makes them stronger. Your Will Guide My Hand is from the from the clutchable counter. Lord's Guard is his unique effect, which he puts on other high show allies when he is about to take unopposed damage. And then the Leash Holder buff is obviously what he gets every time he has high show units. Now, the most important part here is honestly probably going to be, and this is the one you're going to want to focus on, the high show bolus contamination. Not only does it maximize his damage, but also each unique high show. You really do want to have each high show for this, and I kind of very interested and excited about this new direction of having team-oriented IDs, especially like with Manager of La Mancha Land. The most important thing here is that these all stack, right? And they all permanently buff himself. Faust, take less damage from skills. We don't know how much less damage, but I'm going to say it's probably a good amount. Ryoshu is going to be just deal more damage. Obviously, damage is nice. Otis is going to be Rupture Count on unopposed attacks, which I think is just every hit, by the way. Yeah, just inflict Rupture Count on hit with any unopposed attack. So if he is neutral or negative, like pre all his buffs, he's definitely going to be positive with this one. Right? And then also inflict Rupture just flat on crits, which he's a Poise ID, and then gain Poise count, so you're never going to have Poise problems when dealing Rupture damage, which, let's be real, if you're using him, he's on the Rupture team, you're going to be dealing Rupture damage. So, absolute monster. He just before anything else, he just looks fun. Does this not look fun to you? Commandy, answer me, Haisho Pack. You know, I carve the path of the Lord, and then just jumping him. Now, the unique thing is, I wonder if this is ever going to get further buff. Like, if we get more high show, is he ever going to get more IDs? Like, are they going to add them? Maybe? That could be the first time that's ever happened, because we know there's going to be a high show identity in the next Inavalo, alongside the Way identity, which, by the way, specifically, this skill mentions high show pack adept identities, right? And we know from the update that came out alongside this ID reveal is that the adept is now a separate tag. So Wei Sang could potentially be not only an adept, and the new high show that comes out in the Inavalo might potentially be added in post. Like, they might post buff the Honglu, which would be a first and an insane thing to do. But genuinely, guys, this ID looks sick. I will be pulling on him when he comes out, okay? And you know what? We are pulling on Honglu. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you are excited as I am. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.